Because some of these books that were left out, it seems like they put um, more of a, it solidifies certain things in there. And then we have, of course, we have um, errors, grammatical errors, and names of people from one set of scriptures to the other, from one, how can I say it? From one, say from Hebrew to Greek, and the names change even. Because the name that's in the Hebrew version might not be the same name as the spelling, or at least as the spelling in the Greek version. So, and it would really get people confused. And then some of the people who are preaching these words, they are just content with a certain amount of it, and that's it. And some people can't, they see different. They don't, it's not that they don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe that, but I believe some of the people that's teaching them just don't. Some of them act like they don't believe it itself because of the way they act. But you got to remember that Justinian and wow, still the guy. See, these guys were forcing religion. They were forcing Christianity down people's throats. And that's not the way Christianity is. Said, whosoever will, let him come. And they were forcing them to become this, to be a part of the clique. And now we see, but Jesus is coming soon, so, and he said that before he comes, that he is going to send his angel. 14th chapter, Revelation. So he's going to send his angel. And he's going to teach and preach the everlasting gospel to the four corners of the world. So that's every language. And in other words, they're going to hear it. They're going to hear it. And then Jesus is going to come. So in other words, he's going to make it plain before he even comes back, because he's going to send that angel to fly through heaven and preach that everlasting gospel. And no one will be able to stop him, because that is, you better believe, God is going to do that. And then Jesus will come. After everybody's heard the everlasting gospel. So evidently, if it has to be preached, then that means it's not being preached now. The everlasting gospel is not being preached now. Because the everlasting gospel is that's just what it says. The everlasting gospel. And in this society, nothing is lasting. Looks like forever. Except misery for some people, but that will go away after a while, after God straightens out the land, because he says this is by weights and measures he has set aside these times and stuff. And God ain't gonna do nothing except he lets some of his people know. And maybe some of the people beginning to find out, and they're saying, wow, but the seasons are preaching now. Yeah, the seasons. If we don't preach from our mouth, then God will have the nature to preach. The seasons are preaching now. The upheaval of the seasons. Wow. The nation's close to war. The rattling sabers. Selling wolf tickets. And families can't even get along. Mothers against daughters, daughters against mothers, fathers against sons, sons against fathers, you know? And you and you know, it's not a happy thing, but it's happy because this has to happen before Jesus comes and changes this thing around, man. Changes this around. So people who are expecting to live in this type of situation forever, well, don't think it's going to be that way, because it's going to be a change after a while. We seen this world start changing when 2000 came in. If you notice, we seen this world changing. I seen it. I mean, I saw it change. The Y2K scare and all of that stuff, from going from 1999 to 2000. The computer wouldn't do this and that, and oh man, we were stuck on what a computer would do instead of what God had given man's brain, mankind, to figure this thing out. But God gave it to somebody and they figured it out. And we got through because they were saying that the end of the world will be in 2000 because everything was stopped. Because the computers couldn't take do the O's, and oh my goodness. So, you know, we better understand one thing. We better believe that God, we better thank God that he's in control. And not man, because man is destructive. And that's just the way it is. It's destructive. It is one destructive cat. That's right. He's a destructive dude, man. Wars, rumors of wars. And actually, when you come to think of it, you got over, 7 billion people, probably over 7 billion, who knows, but you got all of these people in the world, and all of these, the nation leaders, well, not all of them, but most of them, are spending more money on war materials to kill people and to do them in than to educate them and feed them. And I know that God's not going to allow that but for so long. You got people starving, and you got people spending money for nuclear weapons. Arms. But we know there's a better way. There's a better way. But if we don't show ourselves to be able to do that, then God will show us. He'll show us how to do it. That's right. So we better be in the mindset that he's coming back, and he is going to show us. Because some of these people they just want to be rulers. They want to have power and rule the world. And God says, no, that's not happening. That's not going to happen for too much longer. Don't care how much money they got. Don't care how much status they got. It's not going to happen too long. Because he's going to change the whole idea. And listen, this book has it in here. The Old Testament has it. And the New Testament has it. But see, a lot of people don't read for themselves, you know. I tell the people, you know, I teach and preach occasionally, right? And